with your structure. Now, the major thing you people that is that many people actually you will be able to determine your higher time frame order flow. But coming to your lower time frame now, you see something very different and totally clear, and that is where you get confused, right? That is where you get confused. So, in having a proper market analysis, having a proper market analysis that can be what that can be a profitable one for you. Please, where you are is very noisy. Please, can you do us a very good favor by muting yourself? If you want to talk, you can talk in what? If you want to talk, you can talk what in the chat room. If the where you are is very noisy, then mute your what? Mute your mic, please. Mute your mic. Then after 5 minutes, by 9 o'clock, I'm going to stop admitting people into the what? Into the class. So you not disturb me, you distract my attention. Right? Because as you're joining the waiting room, you are distracting my attention. Right. So now to really be efficient in your trading, you need to pick 3 time frames. Right. The first one is going to be your what? Your higher time frame. This higher time frame now will give you what? A long time bias. Then you need to what? To now pick another time frame. This time frame now is going to be your what? This is where you will see your internal structure. And what we mean by your internal structure is that you see the what? The internal trend that you have. Right? You see the internal trend that you have. The simple part is that 90% of the traders that we have are what? Are intraday traders. They are what? They are intraday traders, right? They are day traders. So you can't expect that okay, someone who is an intraday trader now will now be going to what? To 4 hours time frame and be waiting for your setup. Obviously, you what? You won't catch the trend at the right time. Then you should catch the what? The trend. So those are the things you guys will tend to do that. Obviously, the one thing that what? Half time frames, your higher time frame, your mid time frame, and your what? And your entry time frame. Now, to do yourself goodness, you can actually still work with just a single time frame or 2 time frames. One is going, another one is going to be your what? Your entry time frame, right? So now, based on my little experience in the trading, I can actually say working with your 4 hours time frame and your 15-minute time frames is enough for you. Is what is quite enough for you, because from your 15-minute time frame trend, you can see your work, you can see your 4 hours trend, and from your 4 hours trend, you can see your 15-minute time frame. For those of you that are very conversant with my video on YouTube, I keep telling you that once whatever time frame you are, you will be able to see the work, the higher time frame, you will be able to see the price action on the higher time frame and the price action on the lower time frame. Once you can be able to master these things, automatically you will be profitable. You will be what? You will be profitable, as a matter of fact. So for the purpose of the video now, we are going to work with what? Our 4 hours time frame and our what? And our 15-minute time frame, right? So now I'm going to be working with my what? Volatility 10S. Then another major thing where you have not been profitable in the what? In the trading what? The career is that many of you have actually had a lot of diversify. The pairs that you watch is too much. Why don't you just take this from me now? Pick a single pair and what? And backtest very well. If you are very, I repeat, if you are very conversant on my YouTube channel, most of the time you see the videos I upload, they're always going to be on what? Crash 1000 and 1000. These are what? These are my peers. These are my peers that once I do a little bit of analysis on it, I know where I am for the next 1 week, for the next 2 days, 3 days. Even for the whole day, I know where I was. I can see the price action. That is my thing. But as a beginner, that you are just starting your trading career, pick a single pair and watch for 3 months or 6 months. If you don't get that mastery you are looking for, then come and tell me that sir, what you said is wrong. While you are picking a single pair, have a strategy that you have that you use. Have a strategy that you use with that single pair you are trading. Right? Once you put this into consideration now, from your strategy now, obviously you will know your entry, your risk management, and your trade management. There's difference between risk management and trade management. There's difference between the way you calculate your stop loss before you actually have an open position, and how you place your stop loss when you are in a running position. There are 2 different things. Know the difference and know the way you manage it yourself. Right? So like I said, in doing a perfect analysis in the market, you need at least 2 trading time frames or 3 trading time frames. As a matter of fact, when I first started the journey, I always said to trade And many traders will, many mentors, many people will tell you pick a 3 time frame. But as time goes on, that we advance in the what in the journey. I can actually say you can work with a single time frame or 2 time frames, right? But there's a level of mastery that will be able to simplify a 3 time frame for you on 2 time frames. So if you have not got to that stage, don't say you want to work with it. I can be on my daily time frame. I'll tell you what is actually happening on the weekly time frame. I will tell you what is happening on 4 hours time frame. There is level to it. There's a level you will get to that you will be able to do. You have done your back test. At a level you will have familiarized yourself with the market that is close to all those things. All right. So to be profitable in trading, all you need to do is what the first and foremost thing you need to know, you need to master is your market structure. It's more like when a child is actually started schooling and he doesn't know ABC. How do you want to know how to write? There's no way you want to learn. Same way our ABC, our alphabet are very important in our learning process. In the same way, market structure is important in the trading world. It is the bedrock. What your market structure is. Market structure, pick 3 time frames or 2 times, and you actually pick a single time frame, depending on what all lies to your level. But as a beginner, pick at least 2 time frames or 3 time frames, and don't go below that. Don't go beyond that 3 time frame. Right? Don't go beyond that 3 times. So we're working with our daily time frame and our 15-minute time frames, right? So on your daily time frame now, what you need to do is that you need to look out for what? Look out for the order flow on your higher time frame now. Now, for someone that says they actually want to work with 1 hour time frame and 15-minute time frame, your 1 hour time frame is going to be your higher time frame, and that is where you look out for your order flow. Once you're able to look out for your order flow on your 1 hour time frame, you can come down to your 15-minute time frame and pick your entry, right? Pick your entry on 15-minute time frame, right? So that is how you work with those time frames. You must be very flexible with those time frames. Now, for your market structure, there are 2 things you need to pay attention to. There's what we call a swing structure, and there's what we call an internal structure. There's one between a swing high and a what? And a swing low. A swing high is the highest point that causes a swing low. Take note. A swing high is the highest point in what? That in a swing low that causes a swing low, right? Take note of it. Obviously, in your higher time frame, what you will have is going to be what? A swing high. But on your lower time frame, what you are going to have will not be a swing high. It's going to be your internal structure. Internal structure manifests to be your what? To be your higher time frame, your major structure. Right now, this is our daily time frame. So on your daily time frame is actually my higher time frame. Now on my daily time frame, now once you open your chart, look at it very well. Now I can actually say that on my daily time frame, what is the order flow here? Are we bearish or we are what? Or we are bullish? Are we bearish or bullish on our time frame? Are we in an uptrend or what? On a downtrend? Which trend are we? Are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? Hello.
That's a downtrend.
A downtrend. Okay.
We are in a downtrend.
Who is that?
We are in
that's a downtrend. Any other person?
Downtrend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think the market is changing.
Now? Abib Tech, Uptech, what do you say? Uptech, what do you say?
It's an up.
Mr. Opeyemi, are you
an uptrend.
Mr. Temidaya, what? Are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? Technical mode 15. Are we in an uptrend or a downtrend?
You, sir.
Mr. Samuel, are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? Okay, Mr. Dio, like downtrend. Okay. Uptrend, uptrend or a downtrend?
Uptrend.
Uptrend, are we in an uptrend or a downtrend?
It's an uptrend, sir.
Now?
It's an uptrend. An uptrend.
Sir, who is talking?
It's Haptech. I said it's an uptrend.
Okay. Now, on our what? On our daily time frame, we are what? We actually what? We are in a downtrend. We are in an uptrend, right? We are in a what? We are in an uptrend. Now, reason why we say we are in an uptrend, they are looking at your daily time frame here now. This is what the last VMS that we have is this. This is the last VMS that we have, right? That was the last BMS that we have, and it was the what? It was the BMS to the what? To the upside. Now, since we had a BMS to the upside, right? Since we had a BMS to the upside, okay. So since we had a BMS to the upside, right? We had a BMS. We had a what? A BMS to the upside, right? This is a BMS to the upside that we have here, right? We have this BMS to this upside. That was it. BMS. Then the second BMS, the first BMS we have before this, the previous BMS that we have was this. Now the previous BMS that we have was this, right? The previous BMS that we have was this, right?
Hello,
So the previous BMS that we have. I hope everybody can see my screen and you can hear me audibly.
Your screen, sir.
We can only hear you. We can't see your screen.
Can't see my screen. Oh. I hope everybody can hear me and I can see my screen.
No.
We can only hear you. We can't see your screen. No.
I hope everybody can hear me and you can see my screen.
We can hear you loud and clear, but we can't see your screen.
Hello. Mr. Samuel, can you see my screen? Mr. Bright.
Aye, sir.
Timid Dayo, can you see my screen?
No.
Your screen cannot be seen.
Yeah, you said?
No, we can't see your screen, sir.
You can't see my screen.
I'm saying, no, we can't see your screen.
What about now?
It's appearing, though it's
I
not
think everybody
visible.
can see my screen now.
You have brought it, but your
It's
screen
coming up.
cannot be reflected.
We can see now.
Yes, now we can see it.
I hope everybody can see my screen now.
Yes, we can see
Hello.
your screen, although it just needs to be moved a little bit. I don't know. Yes, we can see your screen now. Sir.
All right. So like as I was saying, but looking at this now, we're actually in a downtrend.
That's great.
Right? We're actually in an uptrend. Like on our daily time frame, this was the recent what the BMS that we have, which was what the BMS to the upside. Now before this BMS here, now we have this what we have this BMS, right? This was the last BMS, the first BMS that we have, right? Now when we have this BMS here now, this was our what? This was our swing low, right? This was our swing low. This that person should mute himself up. Why is noisy? Right, so we're in a what? We're in a downtrend. We are in a what? Uptrend. Right, so when we have this what this break in market structure, this was the swing low that we have, right? That's the lowest point that caused what a swing high. And as we have this as our low, as our swing low, we have the swing high to be this, right? So we have the swing high to be sorry. We have this this was our swing low, right? And as we have it as our swing low now, this is our swing high, right? Now. So when we have this as our swing low, okay, let me mute everybody. So this is our swing low. So after this, I'm not going to admit anybody again. I'm not going to admit anybody again. Stop me. So this was our swing what? This was our swing low, right? This was our swing low that was responsible for it. Now, as you have this as our swing low, you can actually see that why we have it as our swing low, they didn't come back and take it out. This is our swing low. Hmm? This is our swing low, and this is our swing high, right? We have this as our swing high. So why we have this as our swing high? They actually break the structure of this, right? We have this as our swing high. So that's how we get our swing BMS. So after that BMS now, one thing to put in consideration, whichever time frame you have, once there is a BMS, the next thing that you have after a BMS is what we should anticipating for a swing high or a swing low, for an higher high or an higher low, depending on the market sentiment that you are. If you are in an uptrend, obviously you'll be looking for an higher high. But since we are in an uptrend now, after this BMS that we have here, they give us this higher high. After this higher high now, after a swing high or a swing low, or after an higher high, obviously
Sir, please tell everybody to mute their mic. So people are seeing
on that time frame that you have a BMS. Now we are in what? We are in our daily time frame, and we've gotten our what? We've gotten our what? Is that? So we are in a what? We've gotten a BMS here now, and after this BMS, we have they gave us this higher high here. Then after this higher high now, since we are in an uptrend on a daily time frame, and it's from daily time frame we have an higher high. Obviously, there's going to be a low. The next thing we are looking for is going to be an higher low. And in that higher, why the higher low is forming now, it is what? There will be a pullback. Now, for this pullback, now, since it is on daily time frame, we have a BMS. Obviously, the pullback is going to take time, right? The pullback is going to take what? Is going to take time. Now, on our daily time frame now, to actually save you, the stress of not disturbing yourself too much now, right? So since we've gotten we've gotten our BMS and gotten our an higher now. So why we have this BMS here, this higher high here now, our what? The next our higher low have sit lower part down to this area here, right? Down to this area here. So that is our higher low here now. So now automatically here now, the range we are working with now is now this, right? So once we are able to establish that on our higher time frame, now we can go and marking this on my daily time frame. Most times it's going to align with my 4 hours time frame. So I might not even need to come down to my daily time frame and what this that I'm doing, able to blend the higher time frame very well. So let me mark this out. Then we'll go to our 4 hours time frame. So once it's aligned our 4 hours time frame, then automatically we don't need to come to our daily time frame again. So we just forget about our daily time frame. So if we get to daily time 4 hours time frame now, and we actually see the same thing we see on daily time frame, that means we need to see our 4 hours time frame to do what? To be in an uptrend too. So once we're able to align that the 2 time frame is in uptrend, automatically what we do now is that we are rest assured that we are on a higher time frame, we are in an uptrend. So we can now go down to our 15-minute time frame now. So going down to our 15-minute time frame now, we have 2 options. Is it that we look at for what? For a buy setup to what? To follow the higher time frame order flow, or we take a sell setup. But mind you, taking a sell setup now is a retracement. You are trading against higher time, so you need to be very, very careful. But it doesn't mean that since our daily time frame is bullish, our 4 hours time frame is bullish, we cannot trade. No, you need to master this. This is where your internal structure comes in place. So once you are able to know your major structure, now you can trade your internal structure. Now we'll be able to establish our range. So let's go down to our 4 hours time frame. So on our 4 hours time frame, let's see what we have. Actually see that the same range that we have aligned together with our same thing that we have. You can see this is our swing high, and this is our on our 4 hours time frame. And since we've actually established this now, so from your 4 hours time frame, you need to